sitting here, waiting for the sun to disappear. There's nothing like
Oh, my jam. Happy Monday, Mzansi. Welcome to Trending SA right here on SABC3. The formidable trio is in the house. My name is Refilwe Mpakanyane, and we have an incredible show lined up for you today. But before that, let me introduce to you the rest of the trio. Sitting comfortably on my right is our DIY ninja and seasoned radio host, the amazingly talented Elvis Smith. I heard you weren't all about the DIY this weekend. You actually were out and about on the town, girl.
I went out and about, and I've got my parteiki sleeves on today.
Oh, swing them around. So pretty, so pretty. And of course, completing the trio is His Royal Highness, the Emperor of Umlazi. Mr. Salvatore, the fabulous Maple. Do the people of Umlazi agree with this? I still don't.
If you get into a space and there is no king, what you do, you say, I'm the king now.
Okay, Captain, tell me, what popped up on your feed?
It
was hot.
Listen to this. So, Dr. Dre, tell me about Dre. So, Dr. Dre's estranged wife is about to take him to the cleaners.
Girl.
In a leaked legal document, Nicole Young, who is soon to be Dr. Dre's ex-wife, wants 2 million.
Yes.
2 million in spousal support every month.
Single.
Convert.
33,472,000 rand per month.
I love this one. She is fast with the calculator. Now, Nicole released a lengthy list of expenses in order to justify why she needs that much money monthly. Take a look at this, right? Laundry, cleaning. 10,000K a month. Clothes, 135,000 a month. Please somebody convert 135,000 rand a month. That is incredible. I mean, it goes on to just list these exorbitant amounts. What I can say is that I'm just happy that she can finally afford Rich Mnisi. 2 million. Listen, go girl. Look at you.
I saw the emails. she wants $20,000 US
for emails and telephone.
How much does data cost in the US?
What is she emailing Mars?
Yeah. Maybe she's got a
all I can say, good for her. I love it when the girls are securing the bag. It happened here in South Africa with Umbali, securing her bag as well. She wanted 1 million per year, which is, I think there's a small change.
But that's 83,000 rand a month.
Yeah, she must take it.
For a DJ that is well-traveled and he secures his own bags, I think that's pretty reasonable. And by the way, remember, this is also about maintenance, looking after the kids, and it's not just about her. I think it's pretty reasonable.
So yesterday was the 6th of September, which means it was 1 year since former Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe passed away. He was in power for over 37 years. That's very long.
How long we've been alive?
Like longer than I've been here. The FF released a statement in commemoration of the former autocrat, which led to the hashtag Mugabe trending. In the statement, the EFF says, on this day we remember Mugabe's hard work in rebuilding a country ruined by war against colonial powers, for his commitment to resolving the timeless question of the return of African land to African people and the use of African wealth for the development of Africa.
So 2 things come to mind. Okay, guys. Okay. 2 things come to mind. The 2012 Zimbabwean elections, right? Let's talk about how those were stolen. Second thing is the Gakura Hindi massacre. This thing is not that simple and straightforward.
And because of the kind of leader that he was, the reactions on the timeline were conflicted. Take a look at some of the tweets under the hashtag Mugabe. Right? There is one from G. Muri, says that had Mugabe resigned earlier and not embarked on disastrous policies, this country would probably have been in a better place, lest we forget. There's another one. This one is from Tendai Zinyama, who says Mugabe is the genesis of Zimbabwean problems. Like all men, he has his positive, but his shortcomings outweigh the positive. He is a conflicted character, a saint and a villain. Most interesting, in his most fierce critics are now his vocal admirers. His mistakes are benchmarks from the future.
You know, Tendai is absolutely onto something. I mean, it would be disingenuous, right, to pretend that Robert Mugabe didn't play a significant role, obviously, in the emancipation of his people, and that he was not at the forefront of change. But I think within the country, we can't forget the fact that so many of us citizens were dispossessed and were forced to flee their own country and become immigrants. And therein lies the rub. And I think we need to start talking about the real question which is, how should we actually commemorate the lives of problematic leaders? Yeah?
Okay. Mina, can I tell you something? This always brings me back to one beautiful quote that I watched in the greatest movies of all time. It says that it's either you die young, a hero, or you live long enough to become the villain.
Shoo.
There we go.
Speaking of villains, this weekend there was some villainous stuff happening on the football pitches, guys.
Boo!
Did you see that on the sporting front?
I have never been so tickled and excited watching football.
By ABSA Premiership action, of course, coming down right to the wire. The two leading teams, Kaizer Chiefs and Sundowns, were playing do-or-die matches that would decide the 2020 champions. Sure. After spending months as log leaders, Kaizer Chiefs couldn't clinch the title, and Sundowns edged past them to win the title, literally just double parking there. Disappointment, celebration, and soccer fever were all over sport Twitter, which is where I live. Take a look at some of these tweets and reactions. People were on fire. Thabiso Kale 3 tweeted, Kaizer Chiefs leading by 13 points on the log, but you managed to lose the league title. That means you don't care. You don't care about the fans. You're just playing for fun, not to win. Tabiso is checked out. City of Tshwane even congratulates Masango. Hashtag Sundowns, and even the Minister of Transport, Biggie Lambalila, saying, Premiership champions, Corsi Nations. We are now joined via Skype by the winning coach himself, Mr. Pitso Mosimane. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much, guys.
Now, Coach, we've got a very sad Mablé here.
He's speechless, in fact.
Coach,
he's got nothing to say.
I mean, I'm not happy, Coach. I'm just not happy. I'm not going to lie and say I'm enjoying this. I'm not happy.
Why are you not happy?
Coach, I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter. I'm not happy with you right now. I'm not happy.
So you wanted me to lose the title, then you'll be happy with me?
Yes, Coach. Yes. You should have sabotaged yourself.
But Coach, you weren't talking up your chances at all. Coming into this, you were constantly playing down the expectations that people had of Sundowns. Was there like somewhere deep down where you were feeling quietly confident, or was that really how you felt?
But if you're gonna fight with somebody and you really want to beat the guy, are you gonna be telling him every day how you're gonna beat him and how you're gonna do that? So you don't hype the guy. So you let the guy lie low, relax, let him in the comfort zone, then you attack.
There you go.
So obviously, Coach, your favorite mode is stealth mode, right? I love that strategy. But I want to find out, on the inside, as a team, Saturday was incredibly tense for you guys. How did you manage to keep the boys, help them keep their head in the game?
Yeah, but we strive under pressure. We play too many games, and we're a very ambitious team that wants to win trophy every time and every year, and that's what we are. So pressure, we live under pressure. We invite pressure, and we do well under pressure. Yeah. So we used to this, So Amakosi, I don't know if they really like pressure. They live under pressure. I don't think they've been pressurized for a lot of years. They haven't been pressurized that much, So we know the stress of playing more than 30 games a year. We play more than 40 double numbers. Yeah. We travel. We are. It's either you find us at the airport, you find us in hotels like we are now. They're home. We are here. You find us you see the bus flying past in the freeway. That's where we are all the time. We don't even see our families. So we're used to this. So pressure is to us is what can I say? It's a catalyst.
Sure.
Coach, I know that you guys only drank sparkling water out of that trophy behind you, but did it taste a little sweeter?
Yeah, if you have never led the league title for the whole year, and we only had a chance 1 hour to lead it after Chiefs have lost against Bidvest West, and we played Baroka, and Baroka just burst our bubble, guys. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And we never had the chance. And then we only had, I think, 25 minutes 25 minutes for the whole year to lead the log. We've never led the log for the whole year. Only for 25 minutes. I mean, that was the greatest, highest you can ever have. It's a great escape. It was a nice smash and grab.
Coach, we gave you the cup. Enjoy it. We will see you next year. It was ours, but you know what? You can have it. It's fine.
No, but you've never had a cup for 6 years. How can you say you gave it to us? We've been having cups. We just had one in December. You have never had a cup for 6 years. So how can you say you gave it to us? We are the defending champions, and then we have kept it at home. You have never had it.
There you go.
Coach Pitso Mosimane, thank you so much for your time. I love the sick burns, my play. You have not had for 6 years. You're just bitter. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you and the team. You've done your supporters proud. You really have.
Thanks for inviting me to the show. I like your show. I'm gonna start watching because it was exciting. I've been listening.
Fantastic.
So
it's a deal.
My brother, you're gonna be bitter for a very long time. You better join the happy people.
Thank you, Coach, once again. Now, you're at home.
Thanks for the invite, guys. I'm gonna start watching. I'm a fan now.
It's a deal. You must. Later on the show, we're joined by the multiple award-winning poet. She's a writer. She is a scholar. Lebohang Masango. Stay tuned. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back to Trending SA. We are still live right here on our home, SABC3. Say it. The stage.
The stage. Take the stage.
It's yours.
Is yours.
You said 100K. And yeah, we saw that.
You know what, Mable, I was excited that Nicole was, grabbing the bag.
And you said 100,000.
I just wanted to give her more than she needed.
Right. Another thing that was trending last week, and it trended even today.
It's still carrying on.
And it's going to trend the whole week is #clicks. We've seen this before. H&M did it. Superbalist did it. And countless others have done it before. Last Friday, health and beauty retailer Clicks caused an uproar on social media over images on their website. These images were seen to be discriminatory towards natural black hair. Natural black hair was depicted as dry and damaged, while white hair was said to be fine and flat. Social media was outraged because of these images, and all the timelines were a mess.
Of course.
And everybody took to Twitter, took to Facebook. It was an absolute mess.
Well, Clicks has since removed the offensive images. They've issued an apology and they're saying they are a strong advocate for natural hair. And the Clicks Group CEO Vikesh Ramsanda has issued an apology. He's also stated that the negligent employees have been suspended. In this tweet, they went on to say, we'd like to issue an unequivocal apology. We've removed the images which go against everything we believe in. We do not condone racism, and we are strong advocates of natural hair. We're deeply sorry, and we'll put in place stricter measures on our website. But that was not enough for opposition party, the EFF. They've launched a nationwide strike against Clicks that took place from 9 a.m. this morning. Yeah, we went down to Sandton City and had a chat with Itani Mugwebo, who's the EFF's Gauteng provincial chairperson. This is what he had to say. Take a look at this.
H&M, when they see the EFF, when I'm wearing a T-shirt, getting inside the store, they're saying their life have changed. Because by the time we did those demands, we even mentioned even the conditions of the workers. Even yet.
So, guys,
do you want to take it, Elva?
I think it's important that we start this conversation about the hair.
Sure.
Because that is the conversation here for me. That's just the one thing I would like to tee this off with.
And did you understand why it was problematic?
I totally get why it's problematic. And I feel strongly that all the Jessicas and the Karens out there who've been Black Lives Mattering it out on social media and been woke allies this entire 2020 need to also remember that it's time now for all of us woke allies to woke ally loudly along.
And don't
just be embarrassed and sit in the corner and go, oh.
You're not, Elma, this is my thing. I'm sort of like very versed with racism. I can tell you. And this, for me, was a case of sheer stupidity and oversight. And unfortunately, it's now within this debate of hair, which is a very important debate. So for me, it was just like I saw sheer stupidity and oversight.
Well, let's talk about that oversight, right? I think it's 2020. We're seeing this film again, this movie again, and it's boring. As far as I'm concerned, we know that this business is a huge one. Black hair care in South Africa is about 9.7 billion
What's the
rand,
numbers?
right? What's the numbers?
What's the numbers?
It's worth about 9.7 billion rand. It means that we are a force to be reckoned with as black people and especially as black women. So come correct when you advertise to us. Gone are the days where you throw 3 relaxers at us and you don't bother to market them, you don't bother to advertise them properly, okay? We have options. There's the natural hair care movement. We've got entrepreneurs popping up left, right, and center, giving us alternatives. So we're not beholden to you. We're not out here begging for you to take care of us. We will vote with our feet, and we'll take our money where we are loved, where we're respected, and where we are not taken for granted. It's time to wake up, multinationals. Stop it.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
Clicks is getting all this backlash, and Theresa May is doing this. Because apparently it's their images that landed up on that website.
Yeah.
So they're just like, and we're like,
But I have a bit of an issue about the CEO also saying in a radio interview that it was a junior person and the person running their digital media isn't as senior as the people running all their other media. Don't throw people under the bus. You're the CEO.
Take the bullet.
And
more to the point of coming correct is, why is your digital department so juniorized, if that's your answer, when you say you've got such thorough, stringent checks and measures when it comes to print, when it comes to radio? So, you know what? We're going to have an extended conversation about hair. But regarding the guys that make money from our hair, please, guys,
come correct.
Yourselves. Come correct.
Come correct.
Us. Wednesday is when we're going to be having the hair conversation.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, so critically acclaimed book author Lebohang Masango joins us for a conversation you do not want to miss. See you after the break.
Is this like...
Yeah.
100,000K.
Well, welcome back to your conversation starter. You are still watching Trending SA right here on SABC3, where I'm currently being trolled by my esteemed colleagues. But you know what? I'll let it go. I'm a peace-loving somebody. This I'm excited about. Lebohang Masango has been a widely regarded name in the creative writing scene. She's also earned respect as an academic. She's a PhD candidate, holds a master's in social anthropology. She is a poet, an author, an activist, and she's used her voice and her platform to speak on many issues affecting us. She's young, gorgeous, smart, and she's one of Africa's most loved storytellers. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Lebohang Masango.
Hi.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much.
Like you were such a radiant energy when you walked in. I was like,
Oh, thank you. That is so lovely. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, Lebohang, I was just saying this to you when I was paging through the books. The books that I grew up with as a child were so limited in like a little bubble, and these books are tackling things like representation and self-love and hair politics, and all of this within a vehicle that looks very fun and light and child-friendly.
Yes, definitely.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, I mean, I had a similar upbringing to you in that we had a lot of American and English books as well. So I think it's very newish that we have so many young black people writing books and putting out books that are representative of our experiences. I think that's very important. And it's National Book Week, so I'm very happy that you've got me here. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. And we are doing it in a way that's child-friendly and fun, because you want children to still be children, still have fun, but to also remember that they are gorgeous and they are enough.
And to that point, I'm really glad and I'm so happy that our children have got, considered storytellers like yourself to see themselves reflected in your books and your stories. What I'm curious about is, how does your story writing for kids and for children, how does that extend the work that you do as a social anthropologist?
Oh, my work is definitely rooted in anthropology, you know. My studies have taught me to respect humanity, to always be writing in a way that gives dignity to the people I'm writing about. And so as a person who wants to write about little girls and boys who look like me, that of course is always top of mind.
Yeah.
So I definitely am an anthropologist doing the work of poetry, doing the work of storytelling, and it really helps me to be more respectful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Mina, I see when I read children's books, and I always feel that the whole thing about Intsomi and Inganekwane, they play a great influence. How has that influenced your writing when you do this?
Well, I mean, I love that you say that because, you know, I think so many of us grew up watching Meg Namshope on television. Like, she's an incredible storyteller. So even though I'm not working within the exact tradition of folklore as she is, it really is the same tradition because it's storytelling. You know, I am coming from somewhere, going somewhere as well. So what mine does is it employs poetry and rhyming words because I think that's what makes storytelling fun, and it makes it fun for children to read and realize that, hey, rhymes can make, words can make sounds, which are rhymes. So yeah, I'm working in that tradition of oral storytelling.
Oral storytelling.
Yeah.
Tell me about Mpumi and Jabu's Magical Day. You were just saying that this has such an interesting side to it as well.
Yeah, so this is actually a collaboration with Professor Claudine Storbeck, who is the director for the Center of Deaf Studies at WITS. And so we have a little hearing girl, Mpumi, meeting a little deaf boy, Jabu, and they go on this wonderful adventure together. And what we're trying to tell children is that it's just difference. And difference is not a big deal. If you can come together, have fun, and be friends.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And of course, you've touched on the fact that it is a National Book Week. Talk to me about why it's so important. And what you propose is very simple, right? That Africans, number one, should tell stories, we should pick up a book, and we should spread the love for reading. But tell me why it's important for us to tell our own stories.
Memory is a weapon. You know? So what you do with your stories today is very important for the future generations. We won't be here anymore, and we will not have control over what gets done with our stories if we do not tell them, right? And all of the kind of misinformation that happens is because someone didn't write something down, and someone tells you a lie and then you believe it. So we need to write our stories down. Even you at home, make your family tree, write down the little stories you have in your family, pass that down. You don't have to publish it and put it all over the place. But really, it's so important that we honor ourselves in that way for the future.
That's beautiful.
Thank you so much for joining us. And
amazing.
thank you for doing the work you do.
All of us. Yeah.
This is monumental stuff. It's gorgeous. And these books are so inspirational. It just makes me feel hopeful.
You know what the best thing is, though? Beyond reading and buying the books, seeing you, Lebohang, in action when you're reading to the kids and engaging with them. Encountering you live is just phenomenal. And the kids, you can just see them drinking it all in. You do such beautiful work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the affirmation. I really appreciate it.
I'm so glad we could share this platform
Yep.
and get the word out there.
Absolutely, we have to do that. Yeah.
So we hear, Uti, you are taking a vacation. Where are you going?
Yeah,
Where are you going?
Guys, these are friends before we were friends that I made plans with before I met you. I'm sorry.
The country is closed.
I'm sorry.
So not too long, ne? You're gonna come back soon.
I'm gonna be back. I'm just going away for a small short left.
All right,
and
you're
then I'll
allowed.
be back. And you can go onto our social media pages right now and participate in the competition we're running under the hashtag TSA Guest Host. You stand the chance to win cool prizes. Let us know who will be taking this seat next week. Thank you at home for joining us. Dr. Sipho Setolo joins us on our hashtag Vula President conversation tomorrow. You do not want to miss it. Mable's ready. He's so ready. See you at 6 p.m. tomorrow on SABC 3. You don't want to miss it. Cheers.